and welcome to more F1 Manager. Welcome. We've had a great start to the season. Had a great transfer window, flawless. You know, people quake in fear at how good our transfer window was. Mildly addicted. But we had Marcus Leonardo getting a hat-trick in his first start. But we do have Bristol, which is a surprise. I did mention one of my friends is a Bristolian. So, surprising to be playing against Bristol. But Marcus Leonardo, 15 mil. Hat-trick in his first start. It's a bit good. But, what else do we have going on here? Hannibal just received a transfer offer already. But Bristol's next. But before we do that, I need to clarify that there's no one else I want to sign before we just head on into the season, because we're coming towards the end of the transfer list or transfer season, and Javi Bass is always available. Yeah, we still have the situation with Udogi and joining Inter, right? Loan with a mandatory option to buy with Axel Disasi. How good is Ryan Sessegnon in this game? Alright. I feel like they always do Bertrand Traore dirty, hey? He's just off his highest goal scoring season in the Prem, and he's 2-star. Right. Sure. Oh, he's already joining Hoffenheim for fucking 7 million. Wow. Oh wait, it says mandatory future fee is fucking 33, right? Well, that's still surprising regardless. Anyone else a surprise here? Andrea Bellotti. I would have signed Bellotti if I didn't have all my strikers locked up, and I don't mean locked up as in they're in prison. I mean like we have 3, we don't need any more. We have that position covered. Tactics. Who are we missing? I feel like we have everyone we need. Ideally, we'd like, I don't know, maybe just youth players at this stage. Welcome, Sean. Welcome in. How's your day been going, Sean? Whenever you join these streams, Sean, is this like really early morning for you, or what time is it? Well, we've just started season 2 so far, Sean. We're on a winning streak so far. We've won every game, although Liverpool tanked Oh, it's 10:30 a.m. Right, it's not that late then. Or early. I was thinking for a second there, whenever I start my stream, it's like early in the morning for you. But then I'm like, now that I'm thinking about that, I'm like, it's early in the morning for me, not you, honestly, Sean. So it's not that bad. Anyway, we've had a very good start to the season. Ward Prowse, love the signing. Imagine United have signed him. Oh god! Every time I see his name, it's gonna annoy me until he retires and then I no longer see his name. But yep. Anyway. Look to generate funds before making an offer. Right. So Freiburg want Hannibal but don't have the money for him. Right? I mean, we could offer a cut price deal, I'm sure. But, we do have all this money lying around that we could and probably should use. Why is he unhappy? Wants to leave for Champions League football. That's funny. That is funny. Balaba. Love the name. Balaba. Who else? We're gonna scout all these players, I'm sure. But I think we need to wait basically until deadline day, unless any of these have a birthday that's before deadline day. That's September, isn't it? September, October, yeah, that's September. So I just remember, if we look at the players we would want to sign, we've got Naipan coming in. Who's this, Donny? Wants to go out and loan for playtime. I mean, we'll send you and not send you out and loan, lad. I mean, we'll do exactly what I actually did. Well, no F1, might be watching F1 Sim Racing World Championship during this period. Yeah, Sean, I actually did watch the Bahrain Grand Prix as well. It was pretty good. I actually do commentate over WOR, Sean, if you're unaware. And WR Tier 1 on PC does like Yarno Opmir and all them. And I currently do Tier 3 on console. And considering I haven't been in WR that long, that's pretty decent. Who do you think will be the F1 Sim Racing World Champion? Well, I did like seeing Thomas Ronhorst silence all the haters who thought he was cheating, because I just don't physically think he could cheat in a LAN event. I just don't think he could have pulled that off. Really don't think he could have pulled that off. So I do think he genuinely has that pace. I don't know in the past if he was cheating or whatever, but I genuinely do not think he's cheating now for definite. Although I don't have an eye for this type of thing, Sean. I don't have an eye where it's like, oh, I can tell this person's cheating, this person isn't cheating, whatever. I don't have the eye for that, but you could say Thomas Ronhorst, because he dominated the first race, but it never usually works that way. I would say though, there's really not a lot of hype. I was about to say, Sean, that is the person I was thinking of. There really is not a lot of hype around Lucas Blakely going into the season. I have not heard really any hype for Lucas Blakely going into this season at all. I've seen Lucas Blakely doing a lot of F4 testing and stuff. But he genuinely does like have no real hype, and he is the reigning champion. So I wonder, is his pace on this game just worse than it was last game? But Yarno looks quick. But Yarno isn't the best qualifier. I think Yarno is the best racer, but he could lose the season from his qualifying performances. Because there's other dudes who are just more attuned to quali. Like your Thomas Ronhars. So who else is up there? Currently I'm leaning towards one of those three. But I don't know, Barry Burman is quite quick. Yeah, Sean. That is a good enough assessment. Whereas Thomas Ronhar, you would have to compare his recent history to like Max, where his racecraft wasn't amazing, but it has been improving. But his pace is undeniable as well. Thomas Ronhar. That's the person that comes into my mind. Where in the early days he was a bit all of the show. I would say Alfie Butcher, Rasmussen won't count him out either. See, Rasmussen for me, I did my dissertation on like F1 and did a bit on the history of F1 esports, and I went through the history, and it just kind of never worked for Freddie Rasmussen. So he needs to change something. Freddie Rasmussen's quick, but I don't see him win the championship, unfortunately. Alfie Butcher is going to be a class qualifier all season, I feel, but he doesn't have yet the experience. The Ferrari boys like Longe and Burman, they're very quick. It's been a while since Ferrari have been quick in F1 esports. They had Brendan Lee, and then Brendan Lee kind of fell off a little bit. And now Alfa Romeo have Brendan Lee and Ronhar, I think. And Alfa Romeo have been always very decent because Alfa Romeo had Yarno whenever he won the title the first time, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I didn't get to see. I was literally coming back. I started the qualifying, whatever, came back, and there was like 7 laps to go, so I didn't get to see the whole thing. But I did see Longe was like being held on by Yarno. Yarno was using Longe the way Sainz did in Singapore, just helping Longe along to help his race because of what's his face. I think Rasmussen was coming through. Alright, Alice, have a good one. Jesus, early in the morning. Jesus, it's early in the morning. He also raced with Renault back. Renault was his start, and that was so long ago, hey? Yarno with Renault, and then he went to Alfa Romeo, and then Merc. You would not see that IRL F1. You would not see someone go Renault, Alfa Romeo, then Merc. That's such a... I don't think you could ever see someone having that like career path in F1. But in F1 esports, it's a lot different. What? I don't even remember where I was in my sentence. I'm trying to think who else is up there. That's quick. And it really comes down to Yarno's quality pace. I don't think Brendan Lee unfortunately has it anymore, Sean, because he had it early on in the early days of F1 esports. He was a two-time champion, I think, but there's a couple dudes here in the F1 esports that are just quicker than him. He got kind of reminds me a bit of myself, as in he got a win. May have been last season, or may have been just a win in some esports race that was not F1 esports. And he was celebrating. I could see the relief on his face because it looked like it had been so long since he'd had that feeling of winning. And whenever you're in that mindset, I feel like you're not in the fully like champion mindset that nothing can stop you. Blah blah blah. You know. For next game, I think I'm gonna start Scott and I'll play Eze out in the right. Yeah. Let me get up. Oh, I was talking about Alfie Butcher. So Alfie Butcher's like 16 and is very good in qualifying, but kind of held back a bit in the races. His passing's good, isn't it? Yeah. So Marcel Kiefer has went to Williams. Let me look up F1 esports lineup. Okay. I don't, other than Freddie Rasmussen, I don't think Red Bull have much going on. Kiefer and Carrington. Or Alvaro Carrington. So Butcher is going to be quick in quality, but going to fall back in the races like we've seen in Bahrain. It may take him like a year or two, but I think Alfie Butcher could be a future champion. He just needs to not, like, he's been